Thursday morning. You know what that means. And he's on the microphone with Brian and Gene. The morning sickness show. It's where I want to be. Strumming my guitar, soft and gently. Where bacon rules all, and Bloody Marys are tall, and Pearl Street beers chase them all. I'm here to sing to you, tell you have a great day, and don't forget to come rock out with Tug Sunday.
Just about a month from now, Jake's last show. That, of course, is our buddy Andy Hughes from the band Tug, who have been playing throughout the Coulee region, the Driftless region, whatever you want to call it, Wisconsin, the Midwest, all over the place, whether it's here in Wisconsin, up in the cities. I mean, they've been all over the place. And February 7th...
25 years, haven't they?
Their bass player, one of the founding members of the band Tug, Jake, is going to call it a career when it comes to music. He and his lovely wife are expecting a child. They just recently
bought a business, a very successful business that they have a lot of work to do there, obviously. So it's just it's a crazy time. So after 25 years of Tug, Jake is going to step into a new chapter of his life and become a dad and leave the band behind as their bass player, but musical retirement for Jake. So February 7th, Tug at the historic Temple Theater in Viroqua. Tickets available online. You can go to their Facebook page if you want to find out more. But our buddy Jake from Tug going to call it a musical career, at least. Yeah. On
February 7th at the historic Temple Theater down there in Viroqua.
Many years on the road, many years playing shows, many years recording albums, making friends in the music industry and throughout the community. And, last show for Jake.
Yeah, wish him the best, obviously.
Quitting for all the right reasons, though. Hanging it up for all the right reasons, right? I mean, life. New chapter.
Hypothetical Thursday. We will ask each other hypothetical questions a bit later on. Office Cora is going to join us after, like, a month off. We didn't talk to her for 2 weeks because Christmas was on
the holidays,
a Thursday, and then New Year's was on a Thursday, so we skipped those 2 weeks there. It's been a little while, but we'll find out how her holidays were and see what she's up to this weekend in the 715. Lots of other stuff to get to as well. I know you are a terrible singer, so am I.
Yes.
There might be help for us.
Doubt it.
We'll see. We'll find out a bit later on. rockmornings.com. If you want to get in touch with us, I got a text from Dan earlier. Said, good morning, Brian. Can I hear some Five-Finger Death Punch? Welcome to the circus. That's how my day has started out. LMAO.
Yeah, ooh. So that's a bad start to your Thursday. I will say that the roads weren't bad.
It looks icy out there.
But it is icy on, like, the parking lots and the sidewalks and stuff. It's this little, like, crystally, frosty.
Yeah. Well, it's been damp and...
Yeah.
Then it got sunny yesterday for a little while, and things are melting. And then, of course, during the overnight, that gets colder and freezes up. So, yeah, sidewalks and
deceiving, though. Be careful that you don't.
Parking lots, windshields.
On your way from the house to the garage or the street, you don't, like, take a tumble.
Yeah, be on the lookout. Be safe as you're headed to work this morning. Again, rockmornings.com to get in touch with us.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Deadly shooting involving ICE agents in Minneapolis yesterday afternoon. Obviously, two different sides to every coin. Lots of people with lots of opinions on the internet. The department, the Kristi Noem.
Yes.
The Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, along with the Minneapolis Mayor, Jacob Frey, having a difference of opinions here.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. A woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. This goes to show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying. To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here.
Much like your social media feed, you've got difference of opinion there between the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security and the mayor of Minneapolis. Trump administration also yesterday unveiling the new food pyramid, new dietary guidelines.
See that. I was
Obviously,
busy
there was
doing other things, yeah.
Lots of other stuff going on. The guidelines for Americans call it prioritizing high-quality proteins,
Truth.
healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, and whole grains while avoiding highly processed foods and refined carbohydrates.
Similar. Sounds
Robert
similar.
F. Kennedy Jr., speaking at the White House briefing yesterday, said, as Secretary of Health and Human Services, my message is clear: eat real food. Yeah, well, they're trying to get all the toxic dyes and chemicals out of, some of our foods.
Proteins,
and
vegetables, fruits, grains.
high-quality proteins, quality healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Dr. Oz was also there to talk about drinking, and there's always different information about how much you should and how much you shouldn't and all that stuff.
Alcohol is a social lubricant that brings people together. In the best case scenario, I don't think you should drink alcohol, but it does allow people an excuse to bond and socialize, and there's probably nothing healthier than having a good time with friends in a safe way. If you look at the blue zones, for example, around the world where people live the longest, alcohol is sometimes part of their diet. Again, it's small amounts, but the implication is don't have it for breakfast. This should be something done in a small amount with hopefully some kind of an event that might have alcohol added. But the general move away from 2 glasses of men, 1 glass of wine, there was never really good data to support that quantity of alcohol consumption.
So no bloodies, no mimosas, no drinking at breakfast, no Irish coffees, no nothing.
Alcohol, don't have it for breakfast.
All right. Says you. Who are you to tell me what to do? Look, if you don't know that alcohol is bad for you, then I don't know what to tell you. It's good in one way, it's bad in the other. Everything is like that, right? Coffee is good for you, but in moderation. It's also not good for you, right? It
But
does.
like Granny said, you can't be drinking all day if you don't start early in the morning.
You could die from drinking too much water,
kidding.
all right? So it's you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Just live your effing life, okay? Seriously.
Well, that was some messages yesterday about food and alcohol intake.
But hey, look, if you want to pound 19 beers on a Friday afternoon, then go right ahead and do it.
It's not.
You
good
should
for
know
you. It's
by
not
now,
good for
as
you.
a person who's got a brain in their skull, that that's probably not the best decision for your overall health. But hey, every once in a while, I might need it.
And not for breakfast.
And screw you on the breakfast thing, because a bloody or a mimosa or an Irish coffee is a good start to a Saturday, okay? The Ding Dong Ditch thing, did you see this? North Carolina?
Did somebody get shot doing this?
Yeah, kid got shot. I don't know. I can't believe this is a thing in 2026, 2025. Like this feels like a prank that happened in the 50s and 60s, when you would go and ring a doorbell and run away and and you'd hide in the bushes and the guy would come out. And
I guess it's still a thing, but
it's still a thing.
Somebody gonna get killed?
A homeowner in Statesville, North Carolina, now facing felony charges after authorities say he shot a child who was playing Ding Dong Ditch with his friends on Saturday night. The prank, of course, consists of running up to a house, ringing the doorbell, knocking on the door. There's a new one where you pound on it with your foot, as opposed to just ringing the doorbell and then running away.
So this person shot through the door?
This is at 11:20 at night. Back on Saturday of last weekend, officers there conducting a traffic stop when they heard multiple gunshots coming from a nearby neighborhood. Wasn't even a call that they got. They heard the gunshots. Deputies a couple minutes later able to locate the origin of the gunfire. They also got a 911 call reporting that a person with a gunshot wound was located within the same neighborhood. Deputies located an unoccupied vehicle stopped in the road with a passenger door open, broken glass on the ground, and apparent bullet holes in the vehicle. Deputies observed several individuals in a nearby field when the deputies made contact. They found 5 juveniles, one of whom was on the ground suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg. The kid there was, the EMS responded, took him to the hospital.
Live. Okay, well, that's
yeah,
great.
not dead,
it's
but
not a murder.
They learned they were traveling through the neighborhood with when an unknown individual fired a gun at their vehicle. One round entered and struck the victim in the leg. They ended up finding this guy. An individual actually approached the deputies and identified himself as the shooter, a guy named Craig Stephen Mason. Told investigators he had been asleep, was awakened by loud noises coming from a neighboring residence, stated that he retrieved a handgun, went outside to investigate, and that's when the shooting occurred. But, yeah, this guy's now facing felony charges of shooting this teenager who was playing Ding Dong Ditch with his buddies, which
Doesn't sound like a really smart idea in the first place, but do you deserve to get shot?
No, but I wonder if his parents even knew what was happening, that's...
Waukesha, Wisconsin, the teenager there who murdered or is accused of murdering his mom and his stepfather expected to plead guilty. This is Nikita Kasap. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Court documents filed indicate that he will plead guilty to 2 counts of intentional homicide at a hearing scheduled for later today. According to the pretrial offer from the DA office, Kasap would agree to plead guilty to the 2 homicide charges, and the state would dismiss the remaining 7 counts. Those charges include theft, hiding a corpse, and operating a motor vehicle without consent. This is the one.
Yes. Okay.
Stole the money, ran away. Was in, I think, North Carolina. What was he, Nebraska or something like that when they found him? But yeah, apparently going to plead guilty at an appearance later on today in exchange for some conditions from the district attorney's office. And the Minnesota daycare center that was infamously featured in that video a couple weeks ago has apparently closed. The Luring Center, the Luring Center, the one without the N. They were in the video, and then they changed the sign like a day later, and now they've apparently closed. The Quality Learning Center closed on Tuesday of this week, according to the Minnesota Department of Human Services and their licensing records. No reason for the closure was given.
I also heard yesterday that the Reiner lawyer dismissed himself. Said,
the kid doesn't have enough money, apparently, so this guy's kind of one of those high-profile attorneys.
Very much a high-profile attorney.
Yeah, and this is not a case where he could he might get a little more famous, but I don't think he's going to make a ton of money on it, and especially if it seems like he's guilty.
Well, So anyway, he withdrew himself yesterday, saying he absolutely is not guilty, but I'm not gonna be representing him anymore. And I guess the public, someone that's going to be assigned to him will be. Public defender. Mm-hmm.
We'll get to sports in a couple of minutes. Right now, A7X.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Bucks losing to the Warriors last night, 120-113.
Looking for A.J. Green. He will launch the 3. Long rebound. The Anthony Melton has it. Now Steph has it, and that'll do it. So the Warriors are 12-5 at home. They've got 7 more home games in a row. They split the season series with Milwaukee. They've won 7 out of 10 and bring on the Kings on Friday night.
Yeah, Bucks are off tonight. They're at the Lakers tomorrow night, 9:30 on NBA TV. Another West Coast swing for the Bucks. Bowl games continue tonight.
I'm up to my ass in bowl.
Well, these are the college football semifinals, so there's 2 left, and then the final game, the national championship, next Monday. So number 10, Miami, taking on number 6, Ole Miss, tonight at 6:30 on ESPN. That is the college football playoff semifinal at the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Then tomorrow night, also at 6:30 on ESPN, in the college football playoff semifinal at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. It's number 5, Oregon, taking on number 1, Indiana. And then Monday the 19th, we'll get a national champion out of the winners of those 2 games. Wild Card Weekend kicking off on Saturday afternoon at 3:30. Rams at Panthers on Fox. Then, of course, Packers at Bears at 7 on Prime. What's your sitch there? What are we doing? Bowling alley in Black Earth? Are we going there? Is that the deal?
I don't know. Maybe.
You said you're going down there to visit Mom.
Yeah, we're headed down again this weekend. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. If we're still there, it'll be at the bowling alley in Black Earth.
What's the sitch in the bowling alley? How many TVs? How many?
Dude, that place is so epic. It's so great.
I'm sure it is. Small town bowling alley. I've been to many of them.
Score by hand.
Nice. Is it the wax? Is it the wax pencils? Because that's what we had.
A little card. No.
So you get a paper card.
You get a paper card, but you score by hand.
We used to have one where it was an overhead projector. Lita Lane's.
I know what you're talking about.
Lita Lane's back in the day, which may it rest in peace, has been torn down. It actually was getting torn down when we were in New England this past year. But that was the bowling alley that we went to when I was growing up, and it wasn't big ball bowling. It was candlepin bowling, which is obviously very different. Smaller balls, three attempts as opposed to 2, and still 10 frames. And the scoring is a little different, obviously, because you get 3 balls instead of 2, and the pins are much different. There, instead of a
fat bottom,
kind of like a bell curve. There, it looks like if you take 2 pint glasses and you stack them on top of each other. Some people would call it duck bowling, but that's not the same. Anyways, candlepin bowling, and when I was a kid, I vividly remember we had wax pencils, and they were tied to like an overhead projector, the same thing you would have in school, and you would mark off on the thing, and it would shoot up on the... So everyone could see what your score was, yeah. Because they didn't have TV screens, and they didn't have all that stuff and all that technology back then, but...
It looks super retro in there, but they've got a great liquor menu and good food and stuff. But it's a
small town bar in a small town.
Yeah, it's
got to be the center of attention. You have to do all that stuff.
So it's like, what when you get a spare, what do you carry? Okay, yeah, right. I remember now. I got it.
One of the places that we like to go to on a regular basis is doing a little potluck type thing. So I think we're going to go and maybe for first half. It scares me because we don't like to be out that late at night.
With the 7 o'clock kickoff?
Well, and it's a late kickoff, obviously, so we'll try to wrap things up by halftime and make our way home, so we'll be out of that whole late night downtown thing. Continuing on Sunday with Wild Card Weekend, you got the Buffalo Bills at the Jaguars at noon, then the 49ers at the Eagles at 3:30 on Fox, and then the final game on Sunday is the Chargers at the Patriots, 7 p.m. on NBC, and then also on Peacock. And then, of course, the final game of Wild Card Weekend will be Monday night on ESPN and ABC, and that'll be the Texans at the Steelers at 7:15. The NFL, by the way, not waning in popularity no matter how many different channels they put this thing on.
Even though it's a scramble to find it constantly?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting games at 8 o'clock in the morning from Germany and London and all sorts of different places. We're getting games on YouTube. We're getting games on Amazon Prime. We're getting games all over the place.
It's a struggle, I think.
It's not as bad as baseball, but it's getting to that point. This season, the NFL posting its best regular season average viewership number since 1989.
Okay, that's so random. Like what?
An average of 18.7 million viewers watched NFL games in 2025. That is the second best figure on record since the metric started being tracked in 1988. Only the 89 season, which averaged 19 million viewers, finished ahead of this year. The jump from 2024 to 2025, by the way, was also very significant. Average viewership rose from 17.5 million fans in 2024 to the 18.7 million in 2025, a 7% jump.
That's significant.
Yeah. So people are still watching a lot of NFL action, man. They're consuming it as much as they're trying to make it harder for us to find it and to enjoy it by sticking it all in all these streaming services, Amazons and Netflixes, and
that all costs some money.
Yeah, and behind paywalls, too, you know. I mean, obviously, if you have subscription services, you don't have to worry about that stuff. But if you don't, then you got to either go to a bar to find it, or you got to...
different ones. I mean, unless you have all of the services, or you're constantly shifting around and you're signing up for free for the first 7-day thing just to get the game, and then you're canceling it and whatever.
Good luck with that. Ice 9 Kills in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Guess what today is?
It is National Bubble Bath Day.
National Bubble Bath Day.
A bubble bath!
I want a hot bubble bath.
Join me in a nice hot bubble bath.
Ain't no bubble bath like a baby bubble bath.
Bubble bath.
The bubble bath was a little too bubbly. Some.
Would he enjoy a bubble bath?
It's showtime!
National Bubble Bath Day?
Yeah, Mr. Bubble's celebrating like 65 years, and so now you can drink it. It's a craft soda.
Yeah, soda. They got some sort of soda flavored soda that is supposed to taste like bubble bath?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, it's not like all of us didn't drink some of that water in the bathtub when we were kids, whether it was intentional or accidental. One way or the other, we all got some of that water in our mouth.
It's a limited edition launch, go figure, because it's celebrating 65 years. MrBubble.com. If you want to
I'm good.
Get a can and give yourself a craft soda, a Mr. Bubble bubblegum kind of flavor.
National Bubble Bath Day. At some point in your life, you take a bubble bath and that's it. It's over. You never take another one. I don't know when the last time I took one was, but I'm sure I was like 7, maybe even younger.
Yeah, ladies might enjoy that a little bit longer.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I took a bath. I mean, I've showered my entire life.
Yeah, but you mean like in a tub?
I mean, we had a hot tub for a number of years.
Like in a tub, a bath.
Yeah. It's also National English Toffee Day, National Snuggle a Chicken Day. If you got a friend with chickens, go over and snuggle their chickens.
I don't.
And it's World Typing Day.
Faith.
We're going to talk about that World Typing Day in a bit, but National Bubble Bath Day.
She had a lisp and the worst halitosis of my life.
Who was this?
My typing teacher.
Typing teacher, that's right. They called it keyboard, I think, when I was in school or whatever it was. It wasn't called typing.
And I
it
liked
was on like
every
a computer
teacher that I had.
It was on like a computerized typewriter as opposed to an old school typewriter. That's one skill, I tell you what, that I'm glad that I learned when I was in school.
It's innate now. You just do learn it. But yeah she was terrible. She would stand right over your shoulder and just yell at you with her dragon breath. Yes.
1 hour special on CBS tonight called Golden Eve. The Golden Globes honoring Helen Mirren and Sarah Jessica Parker.
There you go.
Helen Mirren, this year's recipient of the Cecil B. DeMille Award, and Sarah Jessica Parker is the recipient of the 2026 Carol Burnett Award. The Golden Globes air on Sunday. So this is like a little preview where they hand out a couple of pieces of hardware. I guess special appearances by Harrison Ford and Carol Burnett and a bunch of other people. Season 2 of The Pit premieres on HBO Max tonight.
And so it begins.
Welcome back. Took some time. Well, who else is going to get this place through the 4th of July?
Your replacement came in early. She's just covering while I go on my little sabbatical.
I have ideas for improving the department.
Okay, well... Want to tell me some more about your ideas?
Good morning.
Dr. Lincoln!
I would like you to go help Donnie out in triage. Triage? We can cover for you. We've been doing it for months. Right.
Noah Wiley and a new medical drama on HBO Max. Season 2 premiere of The Pit tonight at 8 o'clock. Also on Peacock tonight, the 4th season premiere of The Traitors, a reality competition hosted by Alan Cumming, where a group of traitors at a Scottish castle try to eliminate each other without being caught. It's a bunch of pseudo-famous people in this one.
Backstabbing, betrayal, and murder. Twisted new season of The Traitors is finally here.
Show me the money.
The prize, $250,000.
I'm going to lie and cheat and do whatever I have to do to win.
All trust must be thrown to the wayside.
Let the games begin.
The Traitors, Season 4 premiere on Peacock. I saw the ice skating guy in there. In the trailer, there was a Real Housewife in there. I didn't really recognize any of these pseudo-celebrities. Season 2 premiere of The Hunting Party on NBC tonight, a crime drama starring Melissa Roxburgh as an FBI profiler hunting America's worst serial killers who escaped from a secret prison. Season 2 of that, The Hunting Party on NBC. Also, the series premiere of Girl Taken on Paramount Plus. A girl escapes and returns home after 5 years of being abused and held captive in a hidden cellar by a trusted teacher.
Hello, police. What's your emergency? I need your help. I can't find my daughter. When did you see her last? Yesterday.
Girl, last one out, girl left behind, you know.
No one knows where she is.
This is a message from my daughter.
Lily, we won't give up until we find you.
We just have to keep going, mate. She's gonna walk through that door.
Must be going through hell. She'll be there. We're gonna find her.
Thanks, Mr. Handsome. Mr. Handsome. Mr. Handsome.
I heard that. This is going to be good. You're going to learn to be good.
I wanna go home.
This is going to behave now.
Girl Taken.
No,
series
thank
premiere
you.
of that on Paramount Plus.
God.
Also, a series premiere on Netflix today of a show called His and Hers. It's a 6-episode miniseries. John Bernthal, Tessa Thompson, they are married, separately investigating a murder while suspecting each other of committing it. He's a cop, she's a reporter, and it's called His and Hers, and it premieres today on Netflix. Tonight's schedule on television also includes new episodes of 911, Law and Order, 911 Nashville, Law and Order SVU, and Grey's Anatomy. Maya Hawke from Stranger Things going to be on with Jimmy Fallon. Also on Fallon tonight, Rose Byrne and James Harden. Dennis Leary and Rachel Maddow on with Kimmel. Tom Hiddleston and Terry Gross on with Colbert. Seth Meyers is talking to Idris Elba and Marissa Abella. Speaking of Stranger Things,
yes,
Something I didn't bring up, but I did talk to my wife about this after we were watching season 5 and recapped it and, kind of going through all the things that we thought. This is not
Is this a spoiler
just about...
alert?
No. It's not just about season 5. This is about the entire series, but it seems more prevalent in season 5.
Okay.
The parents are completely, not a factor. They're gone. The parents show up for, a half a minute, and that's it. But these kids are out there running around day and night and day. They're all living in Hawkins, but the parents are like, whatever, man.
Oh, it was the 80s.
I understand that, but
Reflective of the times.
It just felt very strange that the parents played absolutely no role other than Joyce in the final season. And the one parent in particular was Max's mom. Because Max is in a coma this whole time. Lucas is going to visit her all the time in the hospital. They're trying to wake her ass up and figure it out. But the mom never shows.
She had to work 2 jobs. She was working 2 jobs.
Well,
to make ends
they
meet.
lived in the trailer park and all that stuff.
And the
so
guy
obviously,
left and her brother died.
Yeah, I get all that. But again, what happened to her? Where was she? The woman who played Max's mom obviously had been in the previous seasons, but didn't show up at all in season 5. And I guess she could have used it because she's battling cancer. Did you hear about this?
I did not.
Actress Jennifer Marshall played Max's mom, Susan Hargrove, in Stranger Things, and didn't show up while her daughter was in a coma, didn't appear at Max's graduation at the end of the show when they showed everybody in the crowd and all that stuff, but she's apparently been battling cancer. She said, I was in remission during the shooting of season 5. Shooting would have helped me obtain my health insurance through the union. Maybe they had too many characters. I don't know, but obviously Susan Hargrove is the worst mother ever, LMAO. So she's obviously taking it all in stride. But that time spent on the set with the insurance could have helped her out with her battle against cancer. I guess she's in remission, by the way. In recent interview, the TV daughter, Sadie Sink, thought that Max's mom may have disappeared or died at some point when the rift occurred at the end of season 4 and the town split into 4 different sections. And obviously the trailer park was right there by where the stuff happened at Eddie's place. Also, the final episode did not materialize yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I see that. Yeah.
A lot of people
Mike's parents were there, and also Dustin's mom. So
they were there when they were at the school
and at the graduation and stuff like that.
Right, but all the stuff in between,
it's 80s. They were running around. By the way, no season or no
special episode.
Yes.
I saw several people sharing AI created images showing that there was a season 9 or an episode 9 in season 5, but that's...
Well, and apparently, ironically enough, Netflix experienced like a outage around 7 o'clock last night for a bunch of users on the streaming platform. So, of course, it led to more theories.
More conjecture.
Yes, but the conformity gate did not happen.
Yeah, no episode 9. But the new thing, the documentary or whatever, drops on Monday, I believe, right? The 12th?
Mm-hmm. So...
And then that's it.
Not happening.
And then we can move on. Until they reboot it in like 5 years and make $1 billion.
Well, spinoffs, right?
Oh, yeah. Definitely going to be spinoffs. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Got a text from Brandon. Said, I like to snuggle my chicken with breading and hot oil. Little fried chicken.
Meat bird.
Nothing wrong with snuggling a chicken that way. Inside of some toasty buns, maybe with some ranch.
Maybe you've got backyard chickens. Grab one this morning and give it a big squeeze.
A big snuggle?
Yeah. Backyard chicken snuggles.
We thought about it. We've got the space back there, but I don't want to do all the work just to save a couple of bucks on eggs.
Yeah. Beginner's guide to, I don't know. Let's
start with the fish tank first, and then maybe we'll get to chickens at some point. RockMornings.com if you want to get in touch with us like Brandon did. Thank you very much, Brandon. Right now, Days of the New.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at RockMornings.com.
I told Brandon that I prefer my chicken with some garlic parm. He said that's delicious as well.
You had chicken last night for dinner, as a matter
chicken
of fact.
Kiev. Yeah, some form of chicken. It was
a chicken.
It was fine.
Snuggle your chicken day.
Well, we had cooked steaks I had cooked steaks on Tuesday night and made way too many mashed potatoes, which is pretty standard.
Yeah, it's not really a problem, though, is it?
You know what I never do is I never think of it in this way. if we were to just have baked potatoes, right? You each have one, maybe 1.5.
Yeah,
but when I
just
make
one
mashed
big
potatoes,
potato.
I skin like 9 potatoes, and I'm like, this is enough, right? This should be enough. And then I've got mashed potatoes for like 3 days, which is fine.
I was going to say, that's not a problem.
Garlic and cheese and
Leftover
butter and
mashed
cream,
potatoes.
they're delicious. They're fine. Anyway, so yes, we had these pre-made chicken Kiev.
So you like yours breaded and stuffed, as it turned out.
Well, it was just because we bought it,
Yeah.
so I had to cook them.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll make those and stuff them in the oven for a while, and good to go. Pretty mundane dinner last night. It wasn't anything special. So thank you, Brandon, again for the text. Appreciate that. If this thing worked, if this piece of equipment here in our studio that we have still worked, it's called a shortcut, I would be able to play the clip of you singing Kid Rock's Amen.
Is this you sing better in a crowd or
from
something?
many years ago.
Is this you're going to talk about singing better?
Where you can hear Gene's caterwauling.
Yeah, it's not good.
As terrible as it is, but unfortunately this piece of machinery is no longer plugged into anything, so it's just a big paperweight right now.
It's old. So is this like join a choir or get around others who have better talent than you? Because I could see burying your
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like what we talked about with the
you blend in when other people are better around you.
With the Who'd You Rather from a while ago when I asked you about caroling. Would you rather have to sing a solo in front of everyone all by your lonesome, or be able to fade into the background, but you got to be in the back in your bra and panties?
Mm-hmm. Be almost naked, yes.
And you took the front.
The
you
spotlight.
Said as
Yeah,
bad
sure.
as your singing is, you would stand out in front of everyone and sing aloud and sing proud. Well, that's what this tuneless choir is all about. And it's kind of a genius idea, I got to be honest, because look, I don't sing well either.
Yeah,
I stink.
Sure.
Now, I'll go rip it up at karaoke because nobody expects you to sound good. It's just for fun.
That's true.
And I usually don't sing, I just do rap songs. So you don't really need to sound good. You just got to know the words.
Yeah.
There's tuneless choirs out there. A woman in Vancouver Island, or on Vancouver Island in Canada, just started 2 of them. And it's for people who really stink at singing. And you just get enough of them together, and you sing loud and proud and happily, and no one really notices how bad you are. There are 30 of these things apparently in England. The first one formed 10 years ago. A woman named Sharon Marnell has led 3 of them in England and recently relocated to Vancouver Island. And now she's starting up more of these tuneless choirs so that people who want to sing but don't want to be...
Who know they're bad, who are
Right, don't want to be singled out for their terrible singing, can go and have fun and sing their favorite songs. She said she has seen how powerful singing can be, even if you cannot carry a tune. Quote, many of the members avoided singing for decades because someone told them they were tone deaf.
Yeah, you have a terrible voice.
But joining in with tuneless, it doesn't matter. They sang their hearts out. She says for some people it was life-changing.
Over here. This half.
Now, based on the photo, the one photo that they have in the article that I looked at, it's a lot of older women who, much like you, were probably told at one point that you shouldn't sing because you're terrible, you're ruining it. And maybe they did. Maybe they stopped, and you take that joy out of their life.
And that seems fun.
And unless they're alone in their vehicle,
Or the shower.
or at home in the shower with nobody around,
Or you're singing to your baby, because then it doesn't matter, right?
I guess. Does that baby learn to talk real fast and say, hey, Ma, shut up. You're terrible.
not good at that.
You're ruining my
Well, they don't
life
have anything to
here.
compare it to yet, right? It's your sweet sound of your mama's voice.
Apparently, she was recovering. The woman who started this tuneless choir in Canada was recovering in a jacuzzi and started singing. Another person got there. She said, you sing nicely. You couldn't join our choir because the choir is made up of people who can't effing sing.
You're too good for us.
Yeah.
You got to go find someplace else to hang.
Yeah. We went from a couple of people singing in the hall to 110 people performing
really
at a
big
music
choir,
festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and they're getting gigs because people like it. And then other people who are in the crowd who can't sing as well can sing along. So if you're one of those people that goes to concerts and records video of the band performing, and then you go home and watch your video and you're like, oh, God, why was I singing? I ruined the entire video by singing in the background. This might be for you, a tuneless choir.
That's what a beer tent is for, isn't it?
Yeah, in a beer tent, it's the beer talking. That has more to do more to do with the beer than it does with the singing. But tuneless choirs are apparently a thing. A bunch of them in England and a couple in Canada. I don't know if there's any in our area, but maybe you can start one, Gene, for all your tuneless
friends,
you and Lori, and
get together with a bunch of people and sing songs real bad.
Yeah,
I'll start tonight.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. STP coming up in a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
As we mentioned earlier, it's National Bubble Bath Day. Snuggle a Chicken Day. World Typing Day. Anybody who works in an office with a computer, a laptop, keyboard of some sort, very important to have that skill unless you want to be one of these people.
It used to be words per minute, but I don't even think that's a thing anymore, really, where you know what they are.
What do you think the fastest typist in the world can type per minute?
Jeez. I have zero frame of reference for this, really. So I'm going to go I don't know, 202.
You're actually pretty damn close. That's shocking. Did you do the math?
No, I just kind of figured average and then really good typers that, what are those called that work in the, at a stenographers?
Well, they don't use a stenographer in a court,
but
is a different type of machine than a keyboard.
But I know really fast typists and average-ish. So
the fastest typist in the world typed 216 words per minute, but the average person is around 40 to 41 words per minute. So one every second and a third. One word.
Right.
Does that include the amount of times you have to hit backspace to correct the word that you misspelled?
No kidding, right?
Typewriting machines have been around since 1868. Ever since they were invented, the typewriter has contained the QWERTY keyboard layout. So it hasn't changed. They've added a few things, obviously. There's some different stuff. One of the longest common words that can be spelled using just the top row of letters on a standard keyboard is...
I have no idea.
Oddly enough, typewriter.
Huh.
TYPEWRITER, right there on the top. The top row also has words like proprietor, repertoire, which are all the same length as typewriter, but interestingly enough, World Typing Day, the word typewriter. One of the longest words you can spell just using the top row of letters.
Top row of letters.
All sorts of different interesting facts about typewriters. The only country whose name can be typed on one row of a keyboard is Peru.
Oh, interesting. Now you're looking at the keyboard here going on what?
The only U.S. state is Alaska, all on the same row.
Oh, sure.
Alaska. Stewardesses is one of the longest words you can type on the QWERTY keyboard with your left hand.
And only.
Left hand only. For the right hand, the longest word is polyphony. Polyphony?
I can't spell that without a spell check. So.
Polyphony. Interestingly enough, when you're, according to one study, when you're typing, 18% of your keyboard strokes go to spacebar. And when you hit the spacebar, you're doing it at the exact same moment as 600,000 other people are throughout the world. That's one of those weird, conceptual math problems. In the early, as I mentioned, they obviously changed some of the things, but the QWERTY layout has been the same since day one. Had to add some stuff, obviously, as we have integrated computers and laptops and all that stuff. In the early days of typewriters, the number 1 was absent on many typewriters because you could just use a lowercase l. Early typewriters also didn't include an exclamation mark. You type an apostrophe and then backspace and then type a period. which was enough to look like an
Get the job
exclamation
done.
mark. But
So
yeah.
you just didn't use those very often. That's what happened.
Well, we weren't shouting at each other with
You didn't-
exclamation
you didn't
points
have
on
to
the
give up.
interwebs, but World Typing Day.
Whiteout.
That came in handy when we were in school.
Yikes.
Do people
So-
still use that? I suppose.
Yeah.
Now they have tape. Now
not
they
as
have a
often.
tape
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed to like the liquid paint.
So, yeah, advanced competitive typers, 120 words per minute. But as you mentioned, the average person is around 40. And the world record at 216.
That's a lot.
That is a very lot.
I don't know how many. I applied for a job when I first moved here at APAC when it was still open. And one of the things you had to do was take a typing test or whatever to see how fast you could type. And they disqualified me.
Why?
They said I made
Too many errors?
Too many errors or whatever, but the typing was perfect. So I didn't quite understand what had happened.
Like the spelling was incorrect, but you just kept hammering away at words?
No,
But they
everything was
just-
spelled properly and punctuation and all that stuff, but I had to take this and then like a week later they called me and they're like, well,
You failed?
you failed, but we'd like to offer you the job. I was like, okay, fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't think I've ever measured how fast I can type.
You test your typing speed. There's a free website here.
Is there?
Yeah, supposedly.
Well, let's do it.
All right.
Are you going to do it?
Well, let me see.
What's the website?
You got to practice
Is it
there. You got to
free
type.
free typing tests at typing.com? 1 minute test. Are you doing the 1 minute?
I don't know what I'm doing here.
I've got a 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute. Take a free typing test.
Memory. I think I just made a mistake. And create automat. Oh, I got to talk and type. Forget it. Reflexes. Period. Keep practicing and gradually pick up the pace. You'll see results after just a few weeks. I don't got time for that. My accuracy was 97. I made 7 mistakes and I typed 53 words a minute.
Look at you. All right, I think I'm taking the
Are
same
you
thing.
taking the same thing?
At only a few inches.
Your accuracy is good. You'll automatically type faster when you make fewer mistakes. You'll get there quickly with a little training. Hey, I'm not training. Your speed is above average. Whoop, whoop.
To speak of.
Now I have to. Now they want me to take a class and pay them, of course. This is Typing Pal, I believe. Get started now. No thanks.
Seemingly an
Oh, you're taking something else.
unremarkable creature. Period. That space is. Oh man, I have that big time. I have that big time.
What'd you do?
I don't know what I did, but it keeps giving me red marks, and I'm not.
To type faster, position yourself correctly, use your fingers, hit the right keys without looking, and avoid making mistakes. If you haven't mastered any of these things, you'll benefit from a typing training program. Are you looking?
I'm watching.
Fingers hitting the keys without looking? Are you avoiding making mistakes?
I'm messing up so bad. I don't want to sign up. How do I sign up? Don't lose my progress. I don't need that. My speed was 45 words per minute, 92% accuracy.
That's good.
Good enough. I'm a little bit above average, and I only made 8% errors. It looked like I was making all the errors, man. That thing was giving me all sorts of red marks. World Typing Day. I do miss my Droid scoop phone that I had with the keyboard on it, the full keyboard.
Where it slid out
where
and
it
had
slid
the-
out, and I had that little. Oh man, I
would
would hammer that thing. Now I got these stupid buttons, and it's always like instead of thanks, it goes THABKS, and it's like it's never that. It's just fix it. Why
Why would I ever type that?
Right, exactly.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
Bucks losing last night to Golden State, 120 to 113. Off tonight, they'll be in LA to take on the Lakers tomorrow night at 9:30 on NBA TV. The college football playoff semifinals get started again tonight on ESPN at 6:30 with Ole Miss taking on Miami, and then tomorrow it's Oregon and Indiana also on ESPN at 6:30, and then of course the national championship game on the 19th Wild Card weekend gets underway Saturday, continues on Sunday with 3 games, and then one more on Monday night. Derek Sprague leaving after just 1 year as the CEO at PGA of America. Not because he did anything wrong and sent a text message about some of the old rednecks.
Being a redneck?
No, he apparently is going to return to upstate New York to help support his mother and his mother-in-law who require more care. Sprague took over the duties in January of 2025, the first club professional in 20 years to be CEO and the first former PGA president appointed to that role. PGA of America has some 30,000 professionals, runs the Ryder Cup in America and the PGA Championship for men, women, and seniors. He said he would stay on in an advisory role to ensure the smooth transition when the PGA of America finds his successor. He had informed the PGA of America board in early December of his need to go home to upstate New York to be with his family.
Loved ones.
The Kansas City Chiefs acknowledging last night that they are aware of domestic violence allegations made by a woman who is the ex-girlfriend of wide receiver Rashee Rice. Dakota Nicole Jones, Rashee Rice's ex-girlfriend, who he has 2 children with, posted on her Instagram account in the afternoon yesterday pictures that show bruises and wounds on multiple parts of her body, alleging abuse for numerous years. She does not name Rice or anyone else in the post, but she says that the person who abused her is the father of her children.
Well,
and if
by
she's got
deduction
kids,
there.
yeah, it's not a stone's throw. The Chiefs also did not specify that the allegations involve Rice. As of last night, Jones has yet to file a police report of domestic violence in Overland Park, Kansas, or in Dallas, the 2 places that she mentioned in her post where she says the abuse occurred. Elsewhere, the NHL and the Anaheim Ducks are in a legal battle with a former employee, both named in a lawsuit that was filed earlier this week by a former employee who says she faced sexual harassment, bullying, and discrimination from 2022 to 2025.
Working for the organization?
While working for both the NHL and the Anaheim Ducks. The woman, named Rose Harris, was hired as an IT coordinator in July of 2022 by OC Sports and Entertainment, which owns the Ducks, also owns their AHL affiliate in San Diego, and also the Honda Center Arena. She says she was subjected to repeated and unchecked harassment and bullying that included non-consensual sexualized touching, near constant vulgar, sexist, and derogatory comments, including homophobic slurs. In her lawsuit, she says that Nick Aguilera, formerly with the company, the OCSE Public Relations Team, subjected her to unwanted physical contact and jokes. She also says that he told other PR staffers that he and her were in a sexual relationship. And then those parties made further derogatory comments to her. Harris also said the Ducks equipment managers harassed her with derogatory remarks, with one also allegedly telling other employees that he and her were also in a sexual relationship. So all these people working for the Ducks are telling people that they're banging, and they're not banging, according to her lawsuit, and she's suing the NHL and the Anaheim Ducks. Sounds like she left that job eventually after reporting some of this stuff to management, and they apparently didn't do anything. And then she moved on to a role with the NHL, and then they promoted her to a position and essentially like catfished her and then fired her, and now they've blacklisted her from the league and all this stuff, according to the lawsuit. That's all
Sure.
her allegations, but yeah. And last but not least, things getting worse for the Oakland Athletics.
Oh, is this their ballpark still?
Well, so they were a dumpster fire in Oakland for a long, long time. Fans barely showing up. The ones that did were calling for the team owner to sell. They hate him. They hate his guts. This guy said, F you, I'm going to do whatever I want, and I'm going to take the team to Vegas. Then they had trouble trying to find a spot to build and get funding for a new stadium. Now, the latest in the long, weavy and curvy road that's filled with speed bumps for the Oakland Athletics as they try to find a new home in Vegas. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has now denied the A's request to trademark the names Las Vegas Athletics and Vegas Athletics. The club, which is trying to move to Nevada in 2028, has 3 months from now to ask for an extension to file a new application within a 6-month period. The A's were told the nickname Athletics was too generic and could be confused with other activities, even if associated with Vegas. The Athletics, by the way, have been the nickname since they were the Philadelphia Athletics way back in 1901.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they've been called that forever,
125 years ago. The A's kept the nickname when they moved to Kansas City in 55 and then eventually to Oakland in 1968. So it's been over almost 60 years since they've been the Oakland Athletics. And Vegas and the patent office and everything, we don't like that.
We don't, yeah.
So
but it's in the name. It's our name.
Teams change names, maybe not all the time, but on occasion. I mean, we had some recently, the Cleveland Guardians, obviously. We've had the what was it, the Utah Hockey Club. Right. They had a problem because they wanted to be the Yetis, and they told them, no, people could confuse that with the Coolers and all that stuff, so I think they're the Mammoth. But anyways, the Athletics, though, they've been the A's and the Athletics.
It's our name. What do you mean you can't? We can't.
Too generic.
It's too generic. Athletes, athletics. See how it can be confusing?
I can't imagine how tough it is to be a player. I mean, you're getting paid. You hope the check's clear. But other than that, what's the point of playing for this franchise? I mean, they're just a dumpster fire. Hypothetical Thursday. Our questions for each other coming up next.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We've got our good friend Office Cora coming up in just a bit. We haven't talked to her in a month. We had the Christmas holiday, the New Year's holiday, so it's been a few weeks. She went on a vacation, I believe, over the holidays. Yeah, I think she was in like Arizona or something. So we'll find out what that was all about, see how she rang in the new year, and then we'll find out what she's up to this weekend in the 715. Also got to get to Bad News, Happy Music a bit later on, and it is, of course, Hypothetical Thursday. So here we go, asking each other hypothetical questions. You get to go first, Gene.
Okay. All right. New year, so reflecting a little bit back on 2025. If you had to pick 3 words to describe your 2025. Not the world's 2025, not the outside, the inside. Your 2025.
3 words to describe mine?
Yes. I know it was challenging, obviously, the passing of your mom and the visit back out east.
Well, Mom died in 2024. And then we went back last year to put her...
October, right?
Yeah, we went back to put her ashes in the grave. Mm-hmm. I would say...
but you had a great trip, and you saw a lot of... No?
I would say one word, struggle, I guess. But that's just life. Life is always a struggle. There's good stuff and there's bad stuff
and it goes
that
like
constantly happens.
Ebbs and flows.
I struggled a lot with the decision to put her ashes in the grave because it's right there with my father, who I obviously don't
have a great relationship
never
with.
did, and all that stuff, and now it's...
But that's what she wanted.
But I respected her wishes. That's what she wanted, and end of story. I made the right decision.
Yes,
and we
I
took
agree.
We took some of the ashes from her urn, and we've got them at the house, and we're going to figure out what the hell we're going to do with that at some point. But
But you visited some cool places, right? I mean, that was neat to get to go see and stay at some out east kind of iconic locations that you wanted
we've
to.
got. I mean, there's nothing.
The
really...
Friday, the lake, the
staying at my friend's house.
No,
the
haunted lake, the lake from the movie.
Oh yeah, I mean that was
neat, right?
Yeah, again. Struggle would be one word that would come to mind, just because life is a struggle. It's not always peaches and cream. Driving.
Behind the wheel?
Yeah. I drove to New Hampshire.
So many miles this year?
This year and back. And I did all of the driving because we were towing a trailer.
Yeah.
That a friend of mine lent me, and I didn't want... And my wife, A, is not comfortable driving my truck because it's really big and not what she drives. B, is never towed anything.
especially a trailer
that belongs to somebody else.
An enclosed trailer, right? Which is almost like a parachute.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add a lawnmower and a snow thrower and whatever else in there. It gets, and it was really windy as we got to Indianapolis, and that thing was blowing all over the highway, and it was just,
behind the wheel.
Driving would be a second word.
You saw a lot. I mean, you did a lot of cool things and saw a lot of concerts.
We also went to Metallica. We went to Rockfest.
Yes.
There was the Riverfront Revolt.
Yes.
There was,
So you embraced that. You traveled to a lot of shows.
Struggle, then driving.
Metallica was in Nashville. That was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
another
back
drive.
in May. That was and we drove there. Yeah, that was when we had that. We got stuck in traffic on a bridge that's over the river, which is the Mothman River, which is in West Virginia or whatever. And my wife was like having a complete
meltdown. Get me off this bridge.
Just get off, and we're like right on the bridge. It's one of the. It's almost like the bridge is here, but.
That must have been fun.
And then I would say Remy, because it was the full first year that we had our dog, our puppy Remy, and watching her grow and all the things that comes with having a dog and all the joy and happiness and
training and stuff that has to go
very
into
minimal training, very minimal, but got to get that barking thing. Got to figure that out. If you could just train that out of them, that would be nice. But yeah, I mean, life is, like I said, up and down. It's always a struggle, day in, day out. It's never easy. Driving, did a lot of driving, more than I've done in a long time. And then Remy,
a lot
our
of
puppy.
Traveling this year. A lot of places to go and be and get there.
Do you have 3 words that you...
oh, geez, I guess I wasn't prepared for the reply question.
Would describe your 2025?
Well... My baby graduated high school. That was a very...
Man, you were a mess. You were an absolute... For weeks on it. I loved it. I loved watching you stress and have breakdowns and cry for no reason, and you're going through menopause. It was awesome. It was delightful to watch, by the way. That is the good part of the struggle. Like, the highs for me were watching you suffer.
And it wasn't, so that's got to be said somehow, and I don't know what that is, right? If it's reflective or if it's just like this, passing through this new thing or what, I don't know what that word is, but whatever that was that happened to me this spring as I watched the final things of all the things, that was a definite 2025.
Something you had done 2 times before, which is the funny.
It's the baby, though.
Oh my
it's
God! And I was just, I couldn't, I could never. And then she goes to Madison, and you act like she moved to Kuala Lumpur, and I'm like, she's right there, dude. She's gonna be coming home all the time. You don't understand. You don't get
understand. It. You don't. You didn't, and you don't. So that's on there for sure. We had a really nice time on our vacation together, the 5 of us this summer. And to the point of where this, enjoyed each other's companies in a really cool way. And this lady, the stranger, came up to us and was just like, "Is this your family?" She's like, "You guys have a really neat..."
You couldn't tell by the noses?
Right. "You guys have a really neat relationship. I just want to, from the outside watching." And I thought that was really cool. So just the time we spent together probably. And then recently things have been, but I don't know if that's 2026, but yeah, I've had some...
well, your mom stuff's been going on for a while.
My mom stuff's been going on for a while. So yeah, there's some, like you said, things are up and down. They ebb and flow. It happens. It happens.
My hypothetical question for you was not that I was just reiterating what you asked me, but Hypothetical Thursday, my question for you, would you rather...
Oh, God.
...have a personal maid...
Oof.
...or a personal chef?
Oh, maid.
Someone who does all the maid duties, the person who cooks these wonderful, delightful meals for you at any time and all the time.
Now, I do have to say that I'm getting really sick of the meal planning, like what's for dinner and then the grocery shopping and figuring it out, and like
someone takes care of all that.
Old. I've been doing it for a long time.
Nice plate, well presented, the whole 9 years, healthy,
I'm done with that. But
delicious.
I like cooking, right? I'm way over like scrubbing a toilet, dude. or like changing the cat litter or laundry. I mean, it still has to get done and I still do it, but I am over it, right? Like, if I never had to do that again, it would be fine with me. So definitely the maid. Definitely.
All right. You
Without
can
a doubt.
continue ruining Thanksgiving dinner with artichokes and stuffing.
Yes, I would take
on your own as opposed to letting your personal chef
Even
do
though
that.
I'm sick of that too, right? What's for dinner? I don't know. I don't know.
Get the dice. I got the dice for, I think I got it for Christmas one year. The dice. You roll the dice when you have the I don't knows.
I don't know. But yeah, I'm over the dusting. Ugh.
Oh, I'd go with personal maid just because I want things spotless all the time, 24/7. If it could be like the Fifth Element with all the robots that come out and clean everything and all that stuff, and that'd be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Sweeping, mopping, windows, dishes, laundry.
Oh.
It also feels like there's just too much of it.
Well, everything always continues to get dirty. It's like, how the hell did this end up like this?
You also live in a really old, junky house.
I do.
And you have three, children.
And pets.
And pets and all their friends and everything else.
Yes,
So, you make your own situation worse.
Yeah.
Gene's going personal maid.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know, though, man. Personal chef, someone to cook some bomb-ass food all the time. Anytime I want it. Like, if I'm at home and imagine you want to have some, like, crazy awesome sandwich or dish and you don't want to go through the rigmarole having to put it all together. Like seafood
there's
paella.
benefits of that. That's why people go out to eat, right? Because they can get awesome food that somebody else deals with. They put it on
you
the
could
plate
have
and
that
they
guy
walk
make
away.
your seafood paella that you owe me.
I could.
Get out of that.
Anyway.
Personal chef.
Might call somebody. Call in a friend.
Hypothetical Thursday. Our questions for each other. If you want to ask us questions, feel free. rockmornings.com. We'll talk to Office Cora in just a bit. Here's some almonds, by the way.
You just kept the almonds?
Yeah, they're disgusting.
It's the winter spice mix, and you really picked it. Oh, my God, you really did.
Yeah, I poured it all on a plate, and I ate through all the good stuff and put all the junk, put all the trash in there for you trash panda.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
8:15 on Thursdays. We are joined by the one and only Office Cora, who hasn't been on the program in a number of weeks because we had Christmas on a Thursday and then New Year's on a Thursday, and we were all off for the holidays. And Office Cora, you turned that into a vacation. You went somewhere. Where'd you go?
I did. I wrapped up 2025 by flying into Vegas, and I chose adventure. I took a road trip / hiking trip through Arizona, like Phoenix, Sedona, the Antelope Canyons.
Very cool.
Big cactus.
I stopped by for a Wow That's Big stop at Hoover Dam. I bookended the trip in Vegas, where New Year's Eve I went to the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, and that was pure magic. It was so cool. My seat was vibrating, leaves were blowing around, an apple landed on me. There were like scented bubbles. It was amazing and definitely worth all the hype. Then I followed that by a full send on Fremont Street, where I may or may not have snuck into their New Year's Eve bash with CeeLo Green and Robin Thicke. It was amazing. It was so fun. So fun.
Did you...
But I did catch a cold, and now I'm a bit miserable.
We can hear that in your voice. We can hear that. But did you, so you snuck in? Was it easy to get in? Were you a menace? Were you a menace?
By the time I got there, it was like they were starting the countdown, like 10, 9, 8. But
so no one was really paying attention, so that's allowed you to sneak in.
Nobody was paying attention, and
because they were counting.
There's a lot of counting to do, and it was like you needed a wristband and you had to pay, and I'm like, I don't want to pay like a whole ton of money when basically just want to be there at midnight. All of a sudden, I'm there for free, counting down.
Did you have some champagne while you were there, too, or did you just get to be a part of the countdown?
Yeah, and champagne.
Did we hit any machines while we were in Vegas? Did you hit the slots?
No, I really didn't do much of that, but I did a lot of watching. I'm a looky-loo, Brian. A looky-loo.
You're a voyeur.
I discovered that.
You're a voyeur. You like to watch and be watched.
No, what? And it was mostly, I can't even think. It's that one where they roll the dice and they put
craps.
Craps?
Yes, that's it. I like watching that.
You're a peeping Cora.
Yeah, you are. What casino were you in?
I was at, it was called Four Queens on Fremont. I was in the Bellagio. I was in the New York one.
So she spent about 5 minutes in every casino just walking around and
staring at the craps players.
Walking through.
A lot of walking through, looking at craps. Was there anybody that hit a big jackpot while you were there? Like someone excited hit a...
No, and you know what I really miss is like years ago you'd hear all the coins and the jing. There's none of that because it's all electronic.
You do know that even if you play like the penny slots, you still get free champagne. Did you know that?
Well, I did discover that rule. Yes, I did. Okay.
So holidays were spent traveling in Vegas, Arizona.
Awesome.
Did you celebrate anything locally with your family and friends?
Well,
like a Christmas or New Year's or any of that stuff?
Then New Year's, we flew home on New Year's and then finished strong at a friend's house party Saturday night.
Nice.
And I have 3 boys, and they were all very understanding when I moved our Christmas festivities to January. So we're celebrating January 17th.
Next weekend, you're doing your
Mama
family
had to
Christmas.
travel.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you know what I mean. It was.
I do.
They did not mind.
Office Cora, we actually, I wanted to share this with you before we find out what you're up to this weekend in the 715. We actually, I'm not going to name names or tell you who it is, but we have a person that we know who actually has a crazier living situation than you do.
Who?
We can't tell you.
I gotta know.
We cannot tell you, but I have always been befuddled by your living situation. You have a bunch of strangers renting rooms in your house. They come and go at their leisure. You didn't even have locks on your doors until a few months ago when I suggested it to you.
I have locks now.
And now you have locks and you feel maybe a little safer. But what's your roommate situation right now? Because we haven't really checked in with you on the roommate sitch.
Well, that is true. Okay, Andrew lives next door. He has worn a kilt every day since 5th grade.
The kilt guy.
Fabulous.
All right, we have heard about the kilt guy. We're aware of him.
Yes. Ethan is across the hall. He just had a birthday. He's, I guess, finding himself. He's in his 20s, and he's going somewhere to get a master's degree, possibly the University of the Grand Canyon.
Are you helping him to find himself?
Oh, God, no.
No? You don't like to help other men find themselves?
Quite a little chef, and I'm liking that.
Personal chef? Like he cooks for all of you?
So he whips something up for everybody in the house?
Yeah, he's really good.
Okay.
He's yeah. And then Shauna is downstairs in the suite, and she is an emergency room nurse and mostly lives in Rochester. And so she's really only here Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then she goes back home to Rochester.
So
I barely see her.
5 out of 7 days.
Half a week. She's there half a week.
She's really only here.
But if you had an emergency, bam, she's on site.
She's on site.
Have you had to use her skills? Because obviously the guy who cooks probably cooked you up a good meal, but what about the emergency medical services?
Yeah, have you had any bandages?
Well, let's just say Ethan cut his thumbnail with a really sharp knife that he got from his grandpa for Christmas.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So he is on high alert because now he doesn't have the thumbnail for protection of his thumb. Let's just say Ethan, he talks a lot.
Boy, that doesn't sound like anybody we know, does it?
Guys, come on.
You talk a lot, Office Cora.
You do talk
he's
a lot.
Singer.
Wow.
And
So
he's a singer, and he sings in the shower, and he sings in his room, and it's kind of like I have my own private concert.
So other than
I'm kind of loving it.
Other than all your roommates being strangers, your situation is much better than this other person that we know who's got a real.
Just love it. Next time something goes wrong with that, just say, "Hey, my glass is half full." Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Office Cora joining us each and every Thursday to talk about what she's up to this weekend in the
What are you up
715.
to?
What are you? Are you taking it easy now that you're not feeling well, or are you going to get out there and do the damn thing?
I'm doing absolutely nothing, but I wanted to tell people that they need to go to the Chippewa Valley Theater Guild, the Grand Theater right across from the Courtin House.
Okay.
There's a play called The 39 Steps, and there's only 4 actors in the play, but they play 150 characters, and it's supposed to be really, really good. And our own John Murphy has a cameo. He's like the radio guy, so he's on a speaker.
So he only has to do one role as opposed to a bunch.
Well, he doesn't count as one of the 4 actors. 'Cause
Okay.
he's like background noise.
Is that running all weekend or just Friday and Saturday? Or
Yeah, it's running all weekend and next weekend.
And
so
next
hopefully
weekend.
I feel better. I can catch it next weekend. It
Yeah.
actually starts tonight.
This is a weird time of the year because there's usually not a whole lot of stuff going on. There's kind of that doldrums after the new year, and people are just kind of getting back to work and not really wanting to do anything.
People are tired, and some people caught a bug in Vegas.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not their fault.
I don't know who you were sucking face with out there, but they gave you something.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that how you got
That's
it?
what we
Or
said.
did-
That's what we said. Well, Cora, it's a pleasure to have you back. And
so good to
we're
be
looking forward to 2026 and a lot of time to hang out. I hear you're coming down to be part of Riverfront Revolt.
I can't wait.
She's coming down for the weekend.
All right, so 2 weeks from now, we're going to have Office Cora up on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can get you on stage. I know a guy.
Yay!
What?
That'll be fun all weekend long, Cora. 2 nights in a row.
It can't be any worse than what happened at Ashley for the Arts last year because I heard Office Cora had some trouble up there.
I did not have trouble. It was that I was not holding the microphone, and he pulled it away before I was done talking.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I remember. You never let another person hold your
Yes.
microphone, Office Cora. We
2 weeks.
discussed
we'll
this.
see you in 2 weeks, and you'll be here the whole weekend. That'll be fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right, Office Cora, always a pleasure. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you feel better, sweetie.
Oh, thank you guys. Have a great day.
Office Cora joining us each and every Thursday at about 8:15 to let us know what she's up to in the 715 this weekend. Sounds like she's going to take it easy.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It is a big one. That
Maybe-
show's going to be a big one in 2 weeks.
It's going to be very big.
Very big.
It's anonymous, it's fast, and it's free.
It's not anonymous, fast, or free. Actually, you got to buy tickets for it.
You do.
And everybody knows it's coming, and it's not going to be fast because it's 2 days. 2 days worth of music.
That's 2 big ones.
Yeah,
two
two big ones.
days.
Friday and Saturday, Riverfront
Yeah.
Revolt.
311, Chevelle, Lit, Sick Puppies, Of Mice and Men,
Non-Point.
It's going to be a hell of a good time.
I can't decide if I want top or bottom.
Either, both good. Both good favorites.
Whichever one doesn't get you sick.
He would hold it out to my mouth. I would say a couple words, and then he'd pull it back.
Yeah, that was the situation at Ashley for the Arts last summer when Office Cora didn't hold on to the microphone while she was doing introductions.
Yep. We'll treat her with much more class.
Live and learn, right? You live and learn. Bad News, Happy Music is coming up in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
You're about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world.
A cockroach living in your nostril. Now that's just nasty. Add in some haven't pooped for 30 days.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
And sprinkle in some hashtag Florida Man for flavor.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man quits his Burger King job, steals all of their chicken nuggets.
It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Let's rock.
Do you believe in clairvoyance?
Yes.
That people can see the future, can see things that haven't happened?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I
People who
think
have extrasensory powers?
people can do all sorts of crazy things, right? Like there's some people who are born, then all of a sudden can write an opera, with no training. So, I mean, I think there's all sorts of crazy things in the brain. And yeah, I think that, sure.
Okay.
Sure. I don't doubt that there's people that can see things differently.
Well, this is a fortune teller in Thailand who saw the future so clearly that they knew exactly what was going to happen to one of their customers and got arrested for it.
So a scam artist?
A fortune teller in Thailand arrested on New Year's Day after predicting a woman would lose something valuable and then stealing her cell phone.
Oh, well. Okay.
So this guy was apparently outside of a temple in Thailand. 19-year-old victim saw him and agreed to pay for a reading, right? Some sort of sit-down tarot card.
You're going to lose something valuable. Turns out I'm going to steal it.
Apparently using some kind of tarot cards. 38-year-old fortune teller told her he saw bad luck ahead. Ooh, this isn't good. And that she would soon lose a valuable item in her near future.
Well, I can totally tell it's going to happen.
Of course.
Because I'm going to do it.
What good is having these powers if you don't then use them for good? He said he could prevent it for an extra fee. But she decided she didn't want to pay for it. You know what? I'm going to gamble. I'm going to roll the dice. Now that I know something bad is coming my way, maybe I'll be extra cautious. I won't step on a crack and break my mother's back.
I'm not paying you extra.
But I'm not going to pay you extra to find out what it is and how you can prevent it.
Maybe I'm just going to go home and hole up under the covers.
Let the
universe be.
Roll with the changes. She realized her iPhone was missing later that day, went back and accused him of stealing it. He denied that he had stolen it, claimed he's just really good at his job, that his prediction had come true. Even described to her what the thief might look like.
No.
Apparently,
okay,
some other people that were there stepped in, dug through a box that the guy had, and found the phone. She ended up calling the cops. He got arrested. No word on the exact charges.
Call me now for your free tarot reading.
Call me now.
Call me now.
No. Give me a phone.
It's not Miss Cleo. It's Mr. Cleo. And he's outside of a temple in Thailand taking people's phones.
Call me now for your free tarot reading.
You're going to lose something expensive here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, she was probably throwing a fit, and other people heard about it and went over there and said, hey, mister. Let's take a look inside of this.
Back.
Let's take a look inside of this box and see what's in here. And then, biggity bam, there's that phone. It's one good way to tell someone's fortune. Yeah, you're going to lose your wallet in about 10 minutes. A girl taken to the hospital after she fell out of the back of an ambulance. This is in...
like they didn't have the door shut properly?
In the UK, she fell out of the back of an ambulance on a highway off-ramp.
And her gurney wasn't secured?
Yeah. There was an accident. And on Tuesday of this week, an emergency vehicle called to the site of the accident. Teen was taken to the hospital following her incident. Not thought to have suffered any serious injuries until... the police got a call that they had a report a teenage girl had fallen from the back of an ambulance. She has been taken to the hospital, but is thankfully not thought to have suffered any serious injuries. Motorway was closed for a short period of time, now fully reopened. But yeah, apparently this girl picked up by the ambulance, getting taken to the hospital. They didn't lock the door properly. Next thing you know,
didn't secure the gurney.
I saw The Simpsons do that once. Homer fell down the ravine several times. While
tragic. Dude,
on the gurney.
What is going on? Help.
Oops. Sorry. Somebody forgot to shut the door properly. Camden, New Jersey.
All right.
There's a lot of bars, obviously, and a lot of places, and most bars have some sort of niche. Something
so
they
we're
offer.
A sports bar.
Or we have a special drink or a special food item.
Oh, yeah. The Big Burger or something.
Maybe we've got some sort of...
we're a wing place.
Unique decor, right? Where I went to a brewery that was based on... the guy used to be a pilot. So it was all like airplane stuff in there. This bar in Camden, New Jersey has a very unique item that people come from far and wide to take a look at while they're in the bar and having a beer or a couple of cocktails. It's a beloved walrus penis. And apparently someone stole it.
Was it under glass?
I don't know. Somebody walked into this bar.
Penis?
And apparently it was behind the bar. So, they had to have gone back there when maybe the bartender was changing a keg or something and then run away with this thing.
A group of 3 guys come in yesterday, really drinking for hours. I don't just stay behind the bar. I run around in the back and do tables to the grill, and I cook cheesesteaks. If you've been to Donkey's before, you may know what this is that I'm talking about or what this means. I can't say what it is because I want this video to go viral. So let's just say, let's find the guy that stole Donkey's, you know what. Or if the person that stole it is watching this, please bring it back.
So this place apparently is so famous, Donkey's, in Camden, New Jersey. Anthony Bourdain once praised it as the area's best cheesesteak spot.
So she's the bartender, and she's got to go in the back and make the cheesesteaks.
Look, when you go to bars in the Midwest, that happens a lot, right?
Yes.
They've got a flat top, and they got to cook and they got to serve. A thief stealing a beloved antique walrus penis bone from behind the bar at the famed Donkey's Place in Camden, New Jersey.
Maybe they just didn't realize what they were doing. They'd been drinking all day. Apparently the photo shows the bone bandit grinning while he's walking out.
Yeah, I
with
think
the bone. But do you think maybe they woke up the next day and went, okay, what's happening here? Why do we have this?
Group of 3 men who had been drinking for hours were asked to see the artifact, and then one of them bolted with it when the bartender turned around to do some cooking. So apparently you can just hand it to people. It's not behind glass. It's just out in the open. If you want to take some funny pictures with it, you can do that. Yeah, the guy smiling with a beard and holding onto his cocktail before leaving with the whale penis bone. They're asking for the person to return it, or maybe somebody
please bring the bone back
that knows them to try to get the person to bring it back. The guy who owns the bar doesn't want to press charges; just wants the
bone back.
The walrus penis bone.
Mm-hmm. They're rocked by this theft. By the bone heist, Brian. They're rocked by the bone heist.
Everybody's got to have a thing, right? Everybody's got to have a thing. This is a hashtag Florida woman. I've seen this done before. I don't know why people do it, but to each their own, I guess. This happened in early December. There was a funeral procession in Florida. Lots of cars, the little flags, everyone driving, right? Stop and go a little bit from time to time because you got the right of way, but you want to make sure you're not going through a dangerous intersection, all that stuff. You got to follow the hearse. They got the casket. Well, during this funeral procession on December 6th in Florida, where the weather is really nice, one of the cars in the line has 3 women hanging out the windows.
So they're not part of it.
They are.
They are part of it.
One is out the passenger side window, one is out the driver's side rear window, and then one of them is out the sunroof. And unfortunately, they were not paying attention. And you can tell it's part of the procession because there's another car several vehicles up that also has people hanging out of it. So this is some sort of thing that they do. Unfortunately,
somebody get clocked.
The driver must not have been paying attention and had to hit the brakes real hard. And so the woman in the sunroof goes yeeting right out of this thing. And if you haven't seen the video, it's pretty damn funny, FYI, because they're all wearing matching outfits. They're all wearing pink. And that SOB hits those brakes. And she goes ass over tea kettle. It looks almost like it's a Tesla. But yeah, she hits it hard too, man.
Is she okay? That would be tragic.
No idea. I mean, there's video of her standing up in front of the car. She's obviously shook by the accident, but looks like she'll be okay.
Good.
December 6th, Florida women getting yeeted out of a car because they were hanging out the window while in a funeral procession.
Ugh.
Last but not least, just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Florida, we're going to Louisiana. Law enforcement official attacked, allegedly, this Tuesday by a naked woman who informed investigators she wanted to become a mermaid.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
No, but I saw this woman over here in a pond who's trying to become a mermaid.
Oh, she was in water.
The Union Parish Sheriff's Office said in a statement that Erin Elizabeth Sutton generated a call to 911 for allegedly trespassing on a property in Louisiana. The property had a substantial a pond there. But that pond belongs to her neighbor who called the police for some help. The caller told the dispatchers that Sutton had been swimming nude in the pond and refused to leave the water, despite repeated requests. Officers arrived on scene, learned that Sutton had allegedly started screaming when she was asked to leave the water. The caller said that this was not the first time that Sutton had taken her clothes off and gone in the pond, and that repeated past warnings to stay out of the water had been ignored.
Yeah, it's our pond. Please don't trespass. Get your naked butt out of here.
Deputies tried reasoning with Sutton, who refused at first to get out of the water. She said she was trying to become a mermaid.
If you haven't seen my first Mermaid and Sirens video, you're not going to understand this video at all. Okay, they bring this net that had been down at the bottom all day that day up. And he said what he saw inside was like nothing he had ever seen before, probably ever will again if he ever lives to tell the story again. He said that it was like a pasty, whitish green skin, okay? And the fin, okay, from like the hip bone down, it was just like the body of a fish.
I didn't see any fins or green textured skin in the mugshot of this woman that was in the pond trying to be a mermaid. But
now, by the way, there is like schools, mermaid schools, where you can take classes and techniques
work at
to
Disney
be a
or
professional
Universal
mermaid.
Yeah, and you wear the thing and you go down and all that stuff. She did not explain why she wants to become a mermaid. Officers eventually were able to get her out of the water, called EMS to evaluate her. The statement said that when they tried to move Sutton into an unspecified home, she suddenly started to charge at one of the deputies. She was then tased.
Yeah.
Cops said the electrical jolt had zero effect and continued towards them. It was alleged that when Sutton reached the officer, she kicked and punched the deputy. Finally restrained, taken to the hospital, allegedly threatening to kill deputies and paramedics the whole way there. Is that what? Don't the mermaids lure you into the water and then drown you?
Yeah, and they've got a lot of. They're really good at holding their breath and obviously swimming skills and.
She's been charged with 3 counts of resisting an officer with force or violence, 2 counts of public intimidation, 2 counts of battery on a police officer, and a bunch of other stuff.
Does she have a tail?
No tail.
No tail.
Not as far as I know, but
Okay.
it sounds like things are going to get a lot worse for that neighbor with the ponds. Because she's going to come back and go right back in that water. Repeated attempts. You got to take her out of the state, like a different state.
Fence. You got to fence that.
Maybe can you pollute the water?
Well, I would think there might be crocodiles in there,
Throw a croc in there, maybe?
There already probably are.
Louisiana retention pond.
Yes.
Maybe a croc. Maybe throw a gator in there.
Piranha.
Maybe throw some piranha in there. Solve that problem real quick. We'll be going swimming in there, mermaid or not. Just in there, butt ass naked in the pond, trying to be a mermaid.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
He had the conch in his hands.
In a couple more minutes, who knows what might have happened.
I am never going to see a merman. Ever.
Dude, be thankful. Those things are terrifying. The cleanup on them is a nightmare.
Dedicated to the craft. Dedication.
Oh. Every time I think that my life is in the toilet, every time Bad News with Happy Music comes along to remind me that it could always be worse.
You're just fine.
Always be worse. I could be living next to that. I could be that. I could be the crazy lady in the pond, swimming around butt naked, thinking I'm a mermaid. I could be living next to that, which is even worse. Having that problem. You got a nice house in Louisiana with a retention pond.
And then your naked neighbor comes over
next
every
thing you know,
day
you got some
swimming around
psycho living next door to you, jumping in your pond all butt-ass naked, yelling and screaming at the cops. Oof. Yep. I'm not doing too bad.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com. Call.
Hello?
Email.
I tried emailing you.
Text. So many ways to check in with us. Check. We rely on you guys for traffic updates, requests, and all sorts of other stuff.
Check this out.
Hit up the website, rockmornings.com, for all of our contact info. Download the apps. Get in touch with us that way. Pictures, videos, voicemails.
Yes, we want to hear from you for sure. And the app is the easiest way to do it.
We got a message yesterday. I didn't see it till after the show was over, but it's from Rob, and it's on Facebook. He said, Neil Peart was a very solid drummer, very rudimental. I think if there was a better drummer, it would be Carter Buford from Dave Matthews Band. Carter is very creative, very explosive, probably could drum miles around most drummers. Peace out from Rob. Thanks, Rob. I don't care about any... the only thing I'm putting my flag in the sand on is the fact that the dude from Toto is not a better drummer than Neil Peart.
Apparently, it's a discussion between drummers. I guess that's a...
Look, there's a lot of different ways to gauge a good drummer, right? If you're a great jazz drummer, are you a great rock drummer? You know, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
There's all sorts of different musical genres, different ways to play, all that stuff. I'm just saying my flag in the sand, my line I will not cross, I will not allow you to, is that the dude from Toto is not better than whatever that carrot is this way.
It's this way.
Yeah, with the mouth open to the greater than Neil Peart. It's just not a thing. It can't be. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Pete said, Brian, if that crazy mermaid chick is in Louisiana, I'm thinking gator.
That's what I said. I would be swimming in no retention pond.
He said that will either cure her or eat her. Either way, problem solved. They have a place.
Like a mermaid snack.
He said they have a place in D.C. for folks that have issues. It's called St. Elizabeth. They have places like that all over the country.
They sure do.
But thanks, Pete. Appreciate it. Yeah, at some point she's going to be naked in that thing and something's going to grab her and she ain't coming back up.
I'm not doing any retention pond and no.
Well, I have a friend, I have several friends we do that live in Florida, and that's why they got to put those screen rooms around their pools because they can't have these animals getting in the water.
Yeah, right.
Brandon texted in earlier. Today is National Snuggle a Chicken Day, along with National Bubble Bath Day and World Typing Day. Brandon said he likes to snuggle his chicken with breading and hot oil. I said I like to snuggle mine with garlic parm. He said that's not too bad.
That's good, too, yeah. Kiev style you had last night.
Got a text from a young lady, I'm assuming. I feel like I remember Jean being pregnant back in 2004.
Yep.
There was about a decade there where Jean was just pregnant all the time.
For a lot. I did that a lot, yeah. Well, I have a daughter that was born in 2005. Why? What happened in 2004?
She said if she's been there that long, then it's not a false memory. As a new mom, her child graduating and moving made my eyes slightly well up. I feel you, Jean. It's a real thing. Thanks for making my mornings better. Keep on keeping on.
Oh, yeah. It was a rough spring.
She said, not so new mom, but my one and only pregnancy. So this mother of one apparently struggles with the fact that you already had 2 kids graduate and move on with their lives, but the third one apparently was real.
It was a baby. It was rough. It was a rough spring that we were just reflecting on 2025 . That's all. It was real feels. It was a real feels. Messy. Oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
I will never not be empathetic
all the time
to mommies in that position. I will never not be empathetic. Yeah.
Last but not least, we got a text from Shorty. Speaking of Florida man.
Tell me about it.
This is a good one. This is an easy one, but it's a good one. See a lot of these on the internets, social media. Hypothetical question for the both of you. Which would you rather have? 1 out of 3. A brand new house, but you can never move. B, $10,000 per month for the rest of your life. Or C, a perfect credit score.
B.
Duh.
Cash
is king, baby. I've said it all along. I don't want a car.
House.
I don't want a house.
Fine.
I don't need a perfect credit score. What do you need? What do you need credit for when you get $10,000 a month?
A little chunk of those 10,000 out of it. Fix my daughter's car. I might get my wood floors redone.
Do you know how many spooky spins I could play if I had $10,000 a month coming in?
I get the garage door so it doesn't go.
$500,000 a year. I'm getting $500,000 a year.
Dude, I can live just fine.
Give me that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, $10,000 a month is the only option. The only correct choice.
Thank you for the question, though.
Thanks, Florida man.
Mm-hmm.
Cash is king. We are going to take the rest of the day off. Look at that. But we'll be back tomorrow.
We are?
Yeah. Well, I am. Need some of these mushrooms to get the hell out of here. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.